Hey guys, this is Black Woman 7 here, and today I'll be going over our not week, but round 1 battle up against Drew, or Big Papa Drew as he likes to call himself. He has no name, but we'll just call him Drew, and yeah, so we'll just get right into it. So you see my team, you see his team, you see the team I have below as his draft, um, he has a very scary lineup with Clefable, Tangrowth, Persimmon. I don't think Persimmon has Defiant, it's just there. I think Electivire, Latias, and Volcanion. So, as well as Pokemon like Alolan Muck, Weezing, Bronzong. So, looking at this battle, I just kind of like, I looked at it and I was like, okay, the Latias and the Clefable stood out to me, as well as the Bronzong. And honestly, I felt like he would bring Latias, Clefable for sure, and Bronzong, Bulk, and Tangrowth, and the last one's between like Alolan Muck, Electivire. But I could see Electivire being brought because it can kind of handle my fire, water, grass court very nicely, as well as Magearna. So, and it has like, I think he has access to, I believe, I think it's Fire EMZ and something else, but I forgot the other team move. But for this battle, I decided to bring, this is the team I brought. So, I brought a very weird Psychic, or Maki set, or Mega Latias, and that is pretty much a very defensive set that has no way to kill his own Mega Latias. But this set is pretty much like geared just to supporting the team: Psychic, Earthquake, Wish, Roost. I almost put Thunder Wave, but I decided, you know what, last minute I just put Wish because I like the idea of having coverage options, or having my team healthy as all the time. So yeah, and it's kind of similar to having Clefable in like an OU, with Wish soft boil. And I figured this might actually be nice because Latias is far more bulkier than Clefable in that rule, and I was like, alright, let's just try to go in with this. I went with Earthquake, despite the minus attack nature just to hit Muck. Figured he might just have something very weird, so I didn't like to have the option to like combine this game because like I didn't want to be in a combine war, so with Clefable or Latias. But in that regard, we have Magearna with Fire EMZ, Flare Cannon. So with Flare Cannon, Shadow Ball, Heart Swap, and Shift Q. So it's pretty much a double dance set in the same way. Now Heart Swap is basically to change the stats of the opponent to mine. So if he gets like, let's say, crazy with Clefable and Latias, I could just go for Heart Swap with Magearna, and I just copy the stats, add Shift Gear, and then pretty much game. So I do have Flare Cannon, Shadow Ball, because I was like, alright, I need some power, especially with Berry MZ Flare Cannon, so just to knock something out, and I'll just get an immediate Z boost, move boost. So yeah. So there's not much to say. I did have Shadow Ball here just to hit Bronzong and Latias better, and also get special defense drops on the Clefable if it comes down to that. So yeah. Then we have Zapdos with very defensive set, but it's a little bit speed just to I think outpace, I believe, the Volcanion. Yeah, that's exactly it. So and the rest is just defense and HP. So basically, I have Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Toxic with pressure, so that way I actually just stall out the steam eruptions and help that in that regard. So yeah, Heat Wave is really nice to hit, like I believe his own Bronzong and Toxic just through Latias. So yeah, spreads Toxic everywhere. So yeah, so that's pretty much all Zapdos has to do. So then we have Mars, our Napoleon, which is Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Knockoff, pretty standard, quiet set, so pretty much allows Napoleon just to hit some of his targets really hard, like to say the Volcania if it goes for Earthquake, remove items from like Tangrowth if it had like Clefable. I do have a Defiant of this time because there is a chance I can get like Defiant boost, so. But the fact that the Clefable going from Rim Blast drops, I almost went for Liquidation here. I really almost did. It's just that I just felt burns are really nice, so yeah. But removing items and getting rocks up would be better, so yeah. Then we have our Choice Band Entei, which doesn't have extreme speed, which I kind of regret. But we'll just see. We have Sacred Fire, Iron Head, Return, Stomping Tantrum. So I guess you could see why the coverage on heat at like anti sets like pretty shit. I didn't go for Flare Blitz because I don't know why. Really, probably I forgot why. I know Return wishes to hit everything for neutral. I know that also that I think it was probably because I felt the need for like Entei not having like doing too much self recoil. So again, this team like some burn targets include the Muck, Electivire, Bronzong, Cassimian, but I don't want to burn Latias or Clefable, so yeah. Since they could take advantage of it. I do have something Tantrum for the Entei, so yeah. There's not really much else to say, so yeah. Then we have our Curse, which is pretty much one of our win cons aside from Girna, which is Repo Man, the Alolan Muck, which is knockoff Poison Fang, which is helpful just to poison Latias, or just pretty much poison the rest of his team. It has a 50% chance to like do so. So, then we have Curse. Our moves are somewhat weaker, but with the setup, we could actually get going and really start like wearing down his team. I don't think he could beat Curse. Like Clefable can beat Curse, Muck in a situation, unless Poison Fang, especially if it's unaware or like soft or like Magic Card. Like this is like I made it to where like I can deal with both. So yeah, and not only that, we do have Magirna. So yeah, so. I guess that's all we have to go with regarding this team, so we'll just hop right into the battle, so see ya. Alright, so we're back. Now look at this new background we have. As you can see, I don't know if you can see the new background, but this is pretty much how we're going to do things for now, so so yeah. You can see on the like right hand side our team, as well as our info right there, so yeah. So let's get into the battle. So, he didn't bring Cassimian or I believe the Weezing and the Electivire. I thought Electivire was gonna come, but this team also makes sense. So it's like kind of like, since it's a 9-draft tournament, it's like 9-draft team, which kind of makes sense. So yeah. It just puts me in a very interesting spot. Like, he brought a very defensive team, and I was like, okay, he's definitely trying to win with either Clefable or Latias. Even Muck, so yeah, if he has Curse of his own, so going into this battle, I decided, you know what, I might just lead Empoleon, so yeah, he goes with his own water type here, so here I decide I'm going to go up Rocks, as he takes the opportunity to go first for setup with the substitute. Now, here goes for Fire Blast, he misses, which is unfortunate, and I go for the Earthquake, and I'm able to get rid of the sub here. Here he switches out and goes to Tangrowth, as I go for another Earthquake just to get rid of it, or just chip down the Volcanion. I did notice that Volcanion didn't have an item there, or like the indication of the leftover, so yeah. Here I decided to go for knockoff, just to remove the item here. He goes for a knockoff here and removes my Papa Berry, so that's very nice of him. But this Tangrowth's kind of weakened now, so special moves are going to do very much good damage here. So I go for Zapdos, he goes for Earthquake, as he takes 2 power points away, so here I decided to go for the Heat Wave, and it looks like he is heat proof here, so that's pretty much an interesting bring on his end. So here I decided to go to Alolan Muck. He goes for his own rocks here, and I go for knockoff just to remove the item here, and he goes for Earthquake. Here I decided to go for another knockoff in case he wanted to go back into back or whatever. So honestly, I should have just went for Curse, but then again, like I felt that Volcanion was gonna come in like immediately, or even like Tangrowth, so or his own Muck. So I don't know. So he goes back into Volcanion, gets chipped bit. So here I kind of make a dumb play, and it's kind of me like forgetting that. Oh wait, he has a Z move. So he goes for a Z Fire. I didn't want to switch out because I thought he might have just went for Toxic. And I have a healthy Latias to take the move. So, yeah. I have my Stormbreaker here back again. As he goes back into Tangrowth. And I am going to do some good chip damage here. Now that, like, He has no AV, so he goes for a Sludge Bomb just to remove the item, or just to get for poison. Now he goes for Act to a Muck, and I go for Roost here, as I decide to just chip down this Muck to see what item he is, so he's gonna get worn down with the Rocky Helmet, but he does remove my Rocky Helmet, so yeah. So to me, it looks to me that he has the Poison Touch ability, so, and as well as the well, not Poison Touch, but like well, he doesn't indicate there, but like, but he also it also indicates to me he's gluttony, so as well as the fact that like he could be AV, so yeah. So here I decide, I'm gonna see what Clefable this is, and this is somewhat fairly specially defensive, so here I decide to go for the Roost. Or, no, I go for Toxic here. Because I decide, you know what, I could 1v1 this Clefable right now. Because I do have pressure. And this is one of the situations why I felt like Zapdos could be really good in this game. So I just go for Thunderbolt. And I do get a Paralysis, as you see, like, Moonblast is going to do nothing here. And he goes for Heal Bell, recovers off the Paralysis. However, you're going to see the next few turns, it's just me just going for Paralysis, or Toxic, him going for Wish, him going for Heal Bell. It's going to give it a back and forth cycle. And unfortunately, I am going to lose more HP, and I am losing a lot of special attack, like drops. So here I decide, you know what, I just have to keep, I have to be in this war. So like, if I could remove as many Moonblasts and Wish Heal Bells as possible, then this could just put me in a good advantageous position. And right now, like the game right now is looking really in my favor. Even despite like me losing the Zapdos, the AV on the Tangrowth's gone, Volcanian's weakened, and Muck is kind of like low HP. So all I have to do is just get Magearna in the right time and set up and just try to win the game. So yeah. And so at this point, I just try to just keep healthy. That's pretty much all I have to do. So then I decide, I'm gonna go for Hokage here. I had enough. I'm gonna go in to kill something. And he goes to Latias, and I'm like, oh, great. As we go into the worst mod ever, so. Like, that was a really good switch, double switch. I don't know if you anticipated that, but still. I go to, like, Magearna almost immediately because I had no other switch in. And I thought maybe he's just gonna go for game. As he is going for game, so. Now I anticipate him going for the Heart Swap, or for the Calm Mind, as I go for Hot Swap. And now this is really nice. He goes for Earthquake, so he is actually a mixed attacker, so maybe he has some other type of coverage, like Psychic or whatever, so, and I think he wants to get rid of me, so at this point I just go for Shift Gear, and I go for my Z move. Maybe I shouldn't, but I didn't want to like lose my boost. I don't think Shadow Ball had a chance. I don't think Shadow Ball kills Latias with my investment, so especially if he's like bulky. So that's why I went for Z Flare Cannon or Twinkle Tackle or whatever Game Freak's move is gonna make. So yeah, now I got rid of this thing and I have +3 special attack. So here comes the Clefable, and it is basically unaware, as we confirm later, and so. Here I do want to mention that like the reason why I went for that Z move was because I didn't want to miss, and two, I kind of wanted more HP. Obviously, I didn't want to miss, and he could just go for Earthquake, and Muck could have Shadow Sneak, so that could be a thing. And Clefable could just all it has to do is just like weaken me down to like where like Moonblast could just kill. So yeah, he has Unaware, so he's gonna be like taking these Flare Cannons very nicely, but I don't know how nicely will it be, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go for Flare Cannon, and I do get a crit. As, honestly, I don't know if that actually mattered. Like, the only way he wins in this situation, because I don't think he was, how do I say it? He was Calm Mind as well. Like, if he was Calm Mind, then he could potentially beat me. Like, once, like, he, like, Wish protects him certain times. But if he's not specially defensive as well, then I kind of win that exchange. Because one thing about Unaware Clefable, as I talked about in my Clefable video, should have misplug right there, is that Unaware goes both ways for Clefable. It goes both ways when attacking. So if a Pokemon with +2 special attack attacks a Clefable, it's still doing the same damage. It's almost like you're doing the same damage constantly. So if it doesn't have the boost, nor does it have a drop. So it's like I'm using Flare Cannon like at its most consistent damage rolls, or I don't know. So okay, I don't know how I'm saying this. So yeah, So basically, what you have to say is there's a good chance I could beat Clefable 1v1 if I get like a good amount of even if I did get if I got one for Shadow Ball drops, then like that could have just been really disastrous for him, because then I get rid of I pretty much he's forced to like sack another Pokemon. So yeah, but me getting rid of Clefable now means it's basically game over, because Latias, Zapdos, and Entei just pretty much pick apart his team. But of course, Magearna is just gonna do its thing. A +2 Shadow Ball is just gonna kill everything. So yeah, and Muck just comes in here, and Volcanian's gone, and Muck doesn't have any recovery. And at this point, even if I did lose Volcanian or Magearna there, to the Flare Cannon onto Muck, it was just my best play just to go for that, just to get rid of Muck. So then again, I had no other fairy moves, so that's gonna be round 1. So GG to Drew as we make it to the next round. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that our team was very effective, or the team we had in mind was like able to just break past like most of Drew's bulk with Clefable, Latias. I'm not so sure how much that mattered regarding the crit. Well, let's see. I'm gonna check right now. So let's. Well, then again, I'm not so sure. So, on the Clefable, since Clefable is very bulky, and let me see. I'm actually curious now because I know this happened like a while ago. So let's see. But then again, like Clefable has to kind of like play that little dance of Wish Protect, and Magearna doesn't have to suffer from like the stat drops, which is like that's the key there. Like if Magearna can just deal with Clefable, then it's like I'm not so sure if it was also defensive as well. So it might have been defensive, because if it was, then let me see. With my investment, I was modest, by the way, so yeah, it does 64 max to like no bulk or just 252 HP Clefable. In that exchange, I could actually win that 1v1, because that's like 64 to 76 min. So that's just me just chipping down Clefable, and then eventually, I would be at minus like something, but still like I don't think any of his Pokemon can take those hits after that point in the game, because I think Tangrowth is also like, where the hell is Tangrowth? Like as you see, everything was already weakened as hell. So even if Magearna did get very low HP, like all we had to do was just kind of get rid of Clefable and that's it. So yeah. And we still had Latias in the back, so, and like Entei and whatnot, so like getting rid of his long Latias was very huge. So our own Chospan Entei could have just done a lot of work at that point in the game, just like returned everything to death, and then like yeah. So that'll be it. So that's all. That's the battle, and we'll advance to the next round. So all right. By the way, I want to ask one last question. What do you guys think of this new background for this thing? So, this is a random ass question. What do you guys think of this new background? If you guys like it, because I'm going to be trying to have this new background, this new overlay for the next few battles now, or for most draft league battles from here on out. So yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy this new change. As yeah, so all right, so peace.